protest budget cuts in education in Washington State.
We feel it. We don't have classes, we have oversized classes, and our teachers have 150 students each, and it sucks.
No more cuts! No more cuts! No more cuts! Yeah, save our schools!
You know, I feel like if it's about education, you should put your all into it. You should, give as much as you can provide.
Washington State ranks 44th out of 50 states as far as the amount of money spent per student in public education.
We have seen different classes, extracurricular classes that aren't mandatory to the curriculum, but give students a better idea of maybe what they want to do, have been cut.
If the budgets get cut, I can't really do my film program at Ballard. It's really the whole reason I went there and left my friends. And if that gets cut, well, I'm pretty screwed.
And part of the funding that they use, they're cutting, is the Running Start funding. So that's kind of not good for me.
Last year I didn't have a class that had an actual teacher the entire year. The school could not hire one, so we had a permanent substitute the entire year. And I can tell you right now that I did not learn a single thing in my entire year of junior English.
And the class sizes are huge. They've been cutting teachers, and it's really hard to focus. And we have 33 people in the classroom, which is an enormous amount of people to get something done with. You don't get very much one-on-one time with a teacher, so if you're struggling in something, it's hard to learn the thing, and this is all because of the teachers getting cut.
They basically cut our science budget in half. We don't even have biology textbooks. We have to write our own textbooks.
The health books were decrepit and held together by duct tape, and we didn't get to take them home. Everything was done in class, which really kind of limited what we were learning. A lot of classes will charge you. Foreign language class, for the workbook alone, it's $45, depending on what language you're taking.
The lab fee was 2.5 times what it was last year. I gave $50. And I'm a triplet, so multiply that by 3 is $150 my family gave. Families are being charged more for what the government should be paying.
There used to be funds to help other people that couldn't pay for things, but now there's not.
Me, basketball, a real big reason why I can't play, because I wasn't going to pay the $100. They wanted me to pay $100,
And I'm on free and reduced lunch. First day of freshman year at Ballard High School, I have our principal say, be involved, go out there, do all these different things. But you can't have a high school experience without having the money to do it.
Cuts are being made across the board from kindergarten all the way through your PhD and graduate level.
When I was in 8th grade, I remember looking at a public school versus a private school, and I thought the public school would give me a better education. And unfortunately, due to funding cuts, that's not the case anymore, which is very sad, because I think that a good education is something that everyone deserves.
I'm scared. My teachers say I have a bright future, that they're looking forward to where I see I'm going, but sometimes I think, how are you ever going to see where I'm going when I'm not sure I'm even going to be able to make it out of high school at the times because of how much money I don't have.
So we're trying to organize all of the schools together. We got Ballard, Roosevelt, Garfield, Ingram, and Nathan Hale here today.
We even had some Tacoma kids here and Olympia kids. It was pretty amazing. It was awesome. Education is the state's paramount duty, and our legislators aren't paying attention to that, and it's unacceptable.
I feel that education is one of the main priorities that we should have. I mean, the only way we can move forward as a society is if we actually educate people.
Anyone who is a public school student, ever has been a public school student, or ever plans to be a public school student should get involved, especially those that cannot vote, because this is one of the few ways that we can voice our opinions and show legislators that we actually care.
I totally encourage kids to like the Facebook page, Students of Washington for Change on Facebook.